Hey, what's up guys? It's Dakota Fishman here, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you about all the different ways you can get gems in this game. And frankly, I thought, in 2019 we kind of needed a new update, right? So, to begin, alright, if you're looking to get gems, alright, the one and only place that almost everybody starts out getting is through the Trove. Alright, now, when you get your gems monthly through the Trove, you're going to get a set percentage of it back. And you'll get, a good chunk of gems at a certain point as you do the research and such, but it takes a while. Now, the next step is obviously going to be right in the familiar tree. As you go through it, you'll get eventually to pack 3. Now, the main thing for pack 3, right, is that, well, you're eventually going to get, and you're going to grind so that you can get the Gemming Gremlin. The Gemming Gremlin is by far the best of the familiars for this one skill because it's, well, 1,000, 2,000 gems. It's not too bad, right? And that's a good way to get some gems every single day without ever per se having to do really anything, but it does take a long time to get to this point. Now, having that said, all right, the next step from that to get gems are in these two buildings here. So we have the Labyrinth and now the Tycoon. Now, between the Tycoon and the Labyrinth, it's kind of questionable as to which one's going to give you gems. A lot of the time, and this is in my experience, okay, is that what you want to do if you're looking to get tons of gems is you want to take advantage of events, because events are going to very seldom not pay you out in pretty decent amounts a lot of the time, in part because they love to give people gems during their special events, but also because during Secret Stash, this is like by far the best time to get or have a chance at getting an enormous chunk of gems. And I say that because this is the one time where they up the odds of you getting an enormous chunk of gems if you do get it at all. All right. Now, having that said, if you are somebody out there that is trying to strive for a lot of gems, one other place that you may want to take into consideration is that basically every time you do a hell event, every time you do a solo event, you will rack up gems. So if you time your researches in tandem with hell events, you can rack up gems this way. It's an easy way to rack up gems, especially over time. Now, I would recommend that if you save your speed ups, it's gonna rack up, and you will be able to do researches like that in tandem to get gems pretty darn easily as a free to play. It's not terribly difficult. You just have to be, you need to be able to save, if anything, right? Now, having that said, another place that you can also rack up a ton of gems is actually in the Coliseum, which everybody knows that once you get down to the top 10, this is where you start getting paid out an enormous amount. And I wouldn't refute that, if you are somebody out there that is struggling, you want to definitely try to get down to the Coliseum as far down as you can, because it's, well, a really great place to get an enormous amount of gems. Now, of course, if you've done everything up to this point, what else could you do? Well, one thing you can do, right, is that you can actually go over and what I would do, and this is what I do from time to time, is what I do is I save the energy that I have. All right, now why I do this is because eventually events trigger that allow you to hit like the Phantom Knight or the Bunny. And a lot of these events are usually going to pay out an enormous amount of Holy Stars, speed ups, and occasionally gems. So I would not make a habit of getting rid of your energy bags unless you really, really need to. Now, having that said, all right, now one of the events that we do have coming up pretty soon is Sweet Serenity. Now, just like every event, they usually come around the holidays. And in the particular one that we have coming up, we actually happen to get a... during this event from the 21st to the 23rd, Trick Star is coming back, and you're going to get Holy Stars, which then can translate to gems, assuming you run into the boss. And again, this is, a better payout than, say, anything if you can get it. Now, I would say the one thing you never, ever want to do is pay gems for Holy Stars. The same way you never, ever, ever, ever want to pay gems for tokens and the Tycoon. And it's because, simply put, the weight that you will get out of tokens to gem ratio is so unlikely that you're more likely to lose gems than you are to get gems. So if you want my professional advice, do not sacrifice your gems trying to win through, and frankly, do it over time. It's just easier. Now, having that said, that is pretty much it when it comes to getting gems. Unless you have any other ideas, feel free to say so in the comments section below. and I'll see you guys next time.